Hey guys, as you can see, we got kind of the beginnings of a new video series here, and I wanted to take a minute to provide some background on this. I've often thought about how many professionals that are in the YouTube Garage Gang and the general automotive community on YouTube, and how much they contribute. Their knowledge and technical skills and experience in the automotive field. Whether it be mechanic work or auto body work, just some really good professionals out there. And in our channel is automotive related as well, but we don't really contribute professional expertise, if you will, because we're not professionals and we have very little expertise. If we provide anything, it's more of what not to do than what to do. So, but I thought that one of the things that you could do a YouTube search and find out basically how to do anything in the automotive field. But one of the things that's not often available is how do you grow your leadership skills and interpersonal skills and social skills and those kind of things, because employers today are looking for more than just the technical knowledge and the certifications and those kind of things. So, and that happens to be an area that I have some experience in, and the company I work for pays me to be in a role to provide that level of development and training for the people that are in the organization that I manage. So I thought I'd share some of the experiences and some of the things that that we teach, and in hopes that it will help you. And the thing that kind of brought it to life was, my son Matt, that's part of our channel here, is going to go to tech school, and we've been going around looking at a couple of different tech schools, and the one that we've chosen, and one of the main reasons we chose it is because of their focus on the non-technical aspect of the career, and they focus on professionalism, attendance, your thought habits, the way you present yourself, professionalism, those kind of things. So, and they're graded on that, and that's a big part of the program. Not just learning how to build an engine, or learning how to paint a car, or that kind of thing. So, all right, so that's the background. Why don't we just jump into it here and kind of talk about what this is going to be about, and we'll go from there. Okay, so you got some background there on what we want to do here, so we'll move forward. Really the purpose, again, as I stated there, is really to bring a different perspective about what it takes to be successful today, and what it would take for you individually to reach your maximum potential, and that's what this is all about. We also want to cover kind of the schedule and format and the participation of the video series, and then jump into a little bit of the planned topics and what is this really about. So we want to have one of these video series segments available each week, where we cover a different topic, and exact date I'm not sure yet, and that'll be the goal. I'm sure we may or may not always consistently stick to that. We want to keep it short and specific, and try to keep it to a maximum of 5 minutes, and over time, if that ends up being too short to get all the material covered, or if it's too long and boring people, we'll adjust the time frame on that. And I think the big thing is is that we get some interaction, and if you guys are hearing this and can relate to it, if you have similar kinds of experiences or stories you can share, by all means create a video response, leave comments. If you don't like it, you don't agree with it, you don't think it's correct, I'd like to hear that as well, and that'd be informative. So some of the topics, what are we going to talk about? All right, so the first topic is accepting accountability, personal accountability for your success. And if you think about all the stuff that's going on out there today, whether it be the economy and the recession that we're in, or the cost of fuel or the cost of food out of control, it's really easy to get caught up in that, and and let it affect the way you think about the opportunities that are available to you, and could limit you from reaching your maximum potential. This is kind of an interesting one. It's about focusing on yourself first, and the concept of, a lot of people will say, the most important thing to me is my family. The most important thing to me is helping other people or to giving to other people. But the reality of it is that the most unselfish thing you can do is focusing on yourself and taking care of yourself. We'll kind of get into what that means. Blind spots and filters, in the automotive world, though, we probably can relate to that. A blind spot basically is, something that you don't see. It's an area either in the rearview mirror or over your shoulder or in the side mirror. It's hidden, it's blind, you don't even know about it. And there are certain personality traits that we all have that are considered to be blind spots. We're walking around with them every day, and we don't know about it, and it's affecting us, and again, keeping us from reaching the maximum potential. The next one is really a big one too. It's giving and receiving constructive feedback. A lot of people struggle receiving it. They often get defensive, and all of our insecurities really kind of, the sensitivity of that really heightens when somebody, gives you feedback, especially if it's not positive feedback. And also how you give it, if you think that you have feedback to give someone else that could help them, there's a right and wrong way to give that feedback. And of all the things that we're going to talk about, this is probably the biggest one. This one area and the way you choose to view that and manage that is extremely critical. And I'm going to talk to you about a way that anybody out there, if you make at least $50,000 a year total household income, which I'm assuming probably most people watching this video do or make very close to that, can retire a millionaire. Now, it's better if you start early in life, 20, 25 years old. If you're in that range and you're watching this, you have a better chance of doing that. Once you get older than that, it becomes more difficult, but it's never too late. You got to start at some point. And maybe you don't retire a millionaire, but maybe you retire a $500,000 or something close to that. Eliminating stress points. It's all this stuff is related together. Lean and Six Sigma. Some of you may or may not have heard of that before. It's a management structure and a way of viewing the work and organizing and planning your day that'll make a big difference in the end. Professionalism. Your overall mindset and attitude, the way you think about things and the way you focus on things. Work ethic, that's a pretty straightforward one. So, all right, so those are the topics that we're going to cover. We're going to pick it back up next week with accepting personal accountability for your success, and we'll go from there. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you watching.